everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to do a full beat glam and nowhere to go, which is my makeup during lockdown. So sun-kissed, peachy and glowy look today. So I'm going to start by priming my skin with my Drops of Youth serum, and then I'm going to comb my brows up using some soap, as I always find that makes them hold better. Then I'm going to use the P. Louise in shade 05 to define underneath my brows and use this as a primer before using my eyeshadow. I like to use a nice defined thin brush which I can make sure got nice even lines to go under the brows, put the P. Louise base on, and then once this is on I like to use a nice fluffy sort of like a mini stipple brush to buff all that out. So because I don't want any harsh lines, I just want it nice and soft, and I want this as just like a guide for my eyeshadow. Then I'm going to go in with my MAC Deep Tan bronzer. I always love to use a bronzer as a base for an eyeshadow, as I find it ties in my eyeshadow and my face makeup really well and just makes that marry up together. Then going in the edge of my eyes and the crease, I'm using like a dark warm brown shadow. I'll list the palette below which I use, and then I always love to use my fluffy brush to blend that out so that there's no harsh lines. I'm not doing a heavy cut crease, I want everything really soft and seamless looking. Now using the same brush, I'm taking a pinky reddish colour to the very edges of my eye, and then I'm going slightly in my crease and then blending that out again to make it nice and seamless, but so that all the colours blend into one, no lines, and I just want it all to look really glowy and seamless as possible. Then using a thin flat brush, I'm going to take a blush pink and then I'm going to go over that with a nice orangey yellow into the inner corners of my eyes, which is going to set the base for the pigment I'll use later in the video. Now I'm going to take my setting spray and one of my favourite pigments by Peaches and Cream, which is called Fantasy. I'm going to spray my brush wet so that it picks up the pigment and packs it on really nice, so that you can really take advantage of the highlight and the shine of that pigment. It's just going to go over the top of the inner corners to just make those colours pop and just make it really nice and shimmery and pretty without looking too glittery and too sparkly. On the very inner corners of my eye, I'm using the same brush and taking Spotlight pigment from Peaches and Cream. That will just really help to open my eyes and make them look bigger. I'm then going in to use my felt tip liner, but I end up going back to my trusty Maybelline, I think it's called Tattoo liner. It's a matte one and it just dries amazing, and I just always go back to this one. I can't fault it. It doesn't crack and it just lasts forever and ever. So definitely recommend that one if you're looking for a good liquid liner, girls and boys. I'm now just taking any mascara just to pop that on my lashes, ready for when I put my strip lashes on, because this will help my very fair eyelashes blend in with the strip lashes that I'm going to apply. After blending that in, I'm going to take my Shape and Tape concealer in Fair, I think, and I'm going to use that under my eyes. I'm not going to go too far under the eyelid because I'm going to use my beauty blender to blend all that in and put it where I want it to go, and just, as I said before, make everything look seamless and just nice and blended, and highlight the lighter points of my face so that my face is nice and contoured and the right parts are highlighted, etc. Using a different sponge, I'm just going to blend that concealer slightly up to the darker concealer to blend that nose contour in. Then taking a fluffy stiffer brush that I used earlier for the concealer, I'm just blending all those lines out with just the slightest amount of foundation on, just so that everything like blends together and looks nice and perfect. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm obsessed with using setting spray throughout and at the end of doing my makeup. And I'm now just taking my foundation brush just to make sure everything is all blended together just how we want it. Next, I'm going to take some powder and leave that to set right under my eyes. This is a banana powder from Mayy Cosmetics. This will give the under eyes more of a blurred and airbrush effect, which looks really nice. For eyebrows, I always use the same thing on myself and my clients, and it is a Marvel Brow palette that has all different shades in I got from Sally's, and I always dip my brush into a Vaseline or like a thick lip balm, which creates a nice sort of like pomade, a bit of a paste, and just defines the lines really nice and gives the hair stroke effect. Once my brows are done and I've fluffed the middle corners out using my spoolie on the end of my brush, I'll then take my powder brush and fluff out all that powder that I had sat, and then I'll take my MAC bronzer and just give my face an extra warm glow and just warming up all those points of my face that we don't want to look too sallow. Now that all my foundation is set, I'm just going to take that slight pinky red shade of eyeshadow I used in the edges of my eyes before, just to make all the eyes tie up, and I'm then going in with my favourite thing to use, which is blusher. So many people always forget to use blusher, and it's my absolute fave product. Taking a dusky pink lip liner just to outer edge the line of my lips, and then a darker sort of reddish nude colour to just help define them and make them look more full. And then I'm going in with my Contour Cosmetics liquid lipsticks, it's one of my favourite colours. And then, as always, I like to go in with a little bit more setting spray, just because I've used so much powder on my face. I like to make it all look nice and soft, we don't want that cakey look. I'm now using the Huda Beauty highlighter palette to highlight the top of my cheekbones, and I like to go above my eyebrows and down the nose, just to highlight any sort of sharp points to the face, so when you move in the light your skin looks extra glowy. So I want my lips to look super shiny, but I don't want to use gloss today, so I've gone over that liquid lipstick with a soft nude lipstick from Kiko, and then I'm using that same fantasy pigment to just touch the two high points of my lips, so it'll just give that glossy effect without having to have sticky lip gloss lips. Then just making sure everywhere is fully blended out and everything's seamless and set, and then, as again, more setting spray. I'm just going to pop a little bit of this highlight on my cheeks because it's a really nice corally sort of highlight colour, and it blends the blusher in with the highlight on my cheekbones. Then finishing off the look with my pretty necklace, even though I'm not leaving the house, but I just wanted to feel all pretty and glam and have an excuse to give you all a taste on my lockdown makeup. So please let me know what you all think. I hope you really like it. If you could like and subscribe, leave me any comments, and let me know what kind of looks you want to see next time. And thank you so much for watching. Lots of love.